brought to you by Kevin Kariuki, East Africana TV. Nairobi's story is one of transformation, from a swampy railway depot to a vibrant capital city pulsing with culture, politics, and innovation. Origins and colonial era. Nairobi was founded in 1899 as a supply depot for the Uganda Railway, built by the British through what was then British East Africa. Its name comes from the Maasai phrase Enkare Nairobi, meaning cool waters, referring to the river that flowed through the area. The location was chosen for its central position between Mombasa and Kampala, its cool climate and its elevation, which helped reduce the risk of malaria. By 1905, Nairobi had grown rapidly and replaced Mombasa as the capital of the British Protectorate. It became a hub for colonial administration and tourism, especially big game hunting. However, this growth came at a cost. Local communities like the Maasai and Kikuyu were displaced, and racial segregation shaped the city's development. Struggles and independence. The early 20th century saw rising resistance to colonial rule. In 1922, protests erupted after the arrest of activist Harry Tuku, leading to a deadly crackdown by British forces. These tensions culminated in the Mau Mau uprising in the 1950s, a key chapter in Kenya's fight for independence. Kenya gained independence in 1963 with Nairobi as its capital. Jomo Kenyatta, who had once lived in Nairobi as a political organizer, became the country's first president. Modern Nairobi post-independence, Nairobi expanded rapidly. It became a center for commerce, education, and diplomacy in East Africa. However, the city has also faced challenges such as infrastructure strain, inequality, and tragic events like the 1998 US embassy bombing and the 2013 Westgate Mall attack. Today, Nairobi is known as the Green City in the Sun. It's home to Nairobi National Park, the only wildlife park bordering a capital city, and a dynamic mix of cultures, industries, and ideas. Nairobi, like many major cities, has a vibrant spirit, but it also carries shadows that reflect deeper social and economic challenges. 1. Crime and insecurity. Certain areas, especially parts of downtown Nairobi at night, are known for petty theft, muggings, and gang activity. Some streets become hotspots for illicit trade, including sex work and drug trafficking, particularly after businesses close. 2. Informal settlements and poverty. Despite its modern skyline, Nairobi is home to some of Africa's largest slums, like Kibera, Mathare, and Mukuru. These areas often lack basic services such as clean water, sanitation, and reliable electricity. Overcrowding and unemployment contribute to cycles of poverty and vulnerability. 3. Corruption and governance issues. Public frustration often centers on corruption, police brutality, and lack of accountability. Protests, especially by youth, have erupted over rising living costs and perceived government neglect. 4. Dangerous transport systems. At night, unregulated usiku sako matatus minibuses operate with little oversight. These vehicles are often in poor condition and driven recklessly, putting passengers at serious risk. 5. Environmental and sanitation concerns. Some back streets and informal areas are littered with waste, including hazardous materials. Public health risks rise due to poor waste management and open sewage. Nairobi isn't just Kenya's capital. It's a city of contrasts and charisma, where urban energy meets natural wonder. Here's a look at its brighter side: nature in the city. Nairobi is one of the few capitals in the world with a national park right on its doorstep. Nairobi National Park offers a surreal view, lions and giraffes roaming with the city skyline in the background. Karura Forest and Ngong Hills provide green escapes for hiking, biking, and picnics. Cultural and social vibrancy. From the Nairobi National Museum to the Go Down Arts Center, the city pulses with creativity. Events like Blankets Wine, the Nairobi Film Festival, and bustling weekend markets showcase a rich blend of music, art, and food. The people? Warm, witty, and always ready to share a story. Economic and career opportunities. As East Africa's economic hub, Nairobi hosts multinationals, NGOs, and a booming tech scene, earning it the nickname Silicon Savannah. Then, whether you're in finance, development, or digital innovation, the city offers a launchpad for ambitious professionals. Food and lifestyle. Nairobi's culinary scene is as diverse as its people. You'll find everything from street-side nyama choma to gourmet sushi. Trendy cafes, rooftop bars, and weekend brunch spots are part of the city's growing cosmopolitan vibe, education and healthcare. The city boasts top-tier international schools and private hospitals like Aga Khan and Nairobi Hospital. While access varies by neighborhood, the quality in central areas is among the best in the region. Kenya's history is a rich tapestry woven from ancient human origins, vibrant cultures, colonial struggles, and modern political evolution. Prehistoric roots. Kenya is often called the cradle of humankind. Fossils of early hominids like Homo habilis and Australopithecus anamensis have been discovered near Lake Turkana, dating back millions of years. The region has yielded some of the oldest stone tools and burial sites in human history, early civilizations and trade. By the first millennium CE, Bantu-speaking peoples had migrated into Kenya, bringing ironworking and agriculture. Along the coast, Arab and Persian traders established bustling city-states like Mombasa and Lamu, giving rise to the Swahili culture, a blend of African, Arab, and Islamic influences. Colonial era. The Portuguese arrived in the late 15th century, but were eventually ousted by Omani Arabs in the 18th century. In the late 19th century, Britain established the East Africa Protectorate, later known as the Kenya Colony. The construction of the Uganda Railway and European settlement displaced many indigenous communities. Struggle for independence. The Mau Mau Uprising, 1952-1960, led largely by the Kikuyu people, was a turning point. It was a brutal conflict, but it galvanized the push for independence. Kenya gained self-governance in 1963 and full independence on December 12 of that year, with Jomo Kenyatta as its first prime minister and later president. Post-independence to present, Kenya has since navigated periods of authoritarian rule, economic reform, and democratic transition. Leaders like Daniel Arap Moi, Mwai Kibaki, and Uhuru Kenyatta have shaped its modern trajectory. The 2010 Constitution introduced devolution, aiming to reduce ethnic tensions and improve governance.